Okay, so we're still talking about initial value today. So let's just review what we know. Slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. This is the most important formula, okay? Slope-intercept form, this is the way you want to write an equation once you have all the information. But in order to write something in slope-intercept form, you need m and b, right? You need slope and you need a y-intercept. Those are the two pieces of information you need to write this formula. Oops, not slop, slope. Now, in order to find b, you need slope and a point, which is an x comma y, okay? You need slope and a point to find the b, because for b, we're just going to take this slope-intercept form and switch it around so that the b is by itself. So b equals y minus slope times x, okay? And today, this is what we're going to be using. Well, actually, we're using a few, but to find our b, this is what we're going to be using. On the next slide, I've given you these formulas until you memorize them. You need to know slope-intercept form, so it's right here. You need to know how to find the initial value. That's your b. It's right here. And then you're also going to have to be calculating slope. So if you haven't memorized it, the y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 is what we'll be using today, because we don't have a graph, so we're not using rise over run today. Let's talk about how to find the initial value. So the first time we did this, I just gave you the slope. I gave you the slope and a point, and you had to find the initial value. Well, today, I'm not giving you the slope. I'm giving you a table, okay? So your first step is you need to find the slope yourself, right? Because to find b, you need the slope and a point. So step 1, calculate the slope. Pick 2 points, x1, y1, x2, y2, and plug it into the slope formula. M equals 21 minus 17 over 5 minus 4, which is what, 4? So the slope is 4. M is 4. Now I need to find the y-intercept. So I'm going to use this b equals y minus mx. So b equals, and you pick whatever point you want. I'm going to choose the first one because the numbers are the smallest. So y is 17 minus parentheses, parentheses. The m we just found is 4, and the x we're using is also 4. So now we have 17 minus, now just one parentheses. 4 times 4 is 16. So our b value is 1. And then finally, we're going to put this in an equation. Remember, in the final equation, y and x stay y and x. And you just have to plug in the m and the b. Well, the m is 4, and the b is positive 1. So we found b, and we wrote our equation. Well, we found m first, sorry. We found m, we found b, we wrote the equation. The equation always starts with y equals, okay? So I know it's weird because you know what y and x are, right? But y and x can change. You can pick whatever point you want. That's why we don't put those numbers in the actual equation into slope-intercept form, because you can plug in any y or x that you want. So to keep it general, we leave y and x as letters, but we do replace the m and the b with numbers. I know, it's a little confusing at first. The more we do it, it'll start to make sense. And especially when we start graphing, it'll start to make better sense. So we're going to do some practice problems. Yeah, then you'll do your exit ticket.